What's good, everybody? Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Real quick, I just want to let you guys know about our very first giveaway we will be doing for you guys. There's just a few things that you have to do to enter this giveaway. You need to be subscribed to our main underground channel. You need to be subscribed to our clips channel. You need to follow our new Instagram. I made us a new Instagram page for the channel. I will be posting updates and some clips from our videos on there. So you got to be following our Instagram and comment on this video. When done, I'll be picking the winner live when I go live for Misfits 7. Misfits 7, I will be picking the winner live on stream. So good luck, everybody. I'll see you there. And thank you guys so much for the support. This is for you guys, for the support you've been giving us. Thank you so much and good luck. I mean, I don't know if you watched any of it, but did you at least get to see some of the picks?
I got to see most of the pick. I didn't get to watch the draft because I was in training, but I got to afterwards. I got to see some of the picks. A lot of the picks I'm very excited about. Very
I
happy about,
know.
man.
The Eagles, man. Yeah. You should be happy. The Eagles, jeez. They're
Dude,
looking
look,
crazy.
I don't know what Howie's been on the past 2 years, but bro, he is on some shit. He's on fire, bro.
Yeah, the Eagles are going to be
Bro,
scary
he's
this
killing.
year.
Bro, Howie Roseman figuring the game out, man. Like he's drafting perfectly. He's making he's making like the most insane trades ever. Like, dude, DeAndre Swift for a fourth? Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. That's insane. DeAndre Swift is a first round running back, dude. He's proven. For a
Yeah,
fourth, that's crazy.
they got a lot of picks later on that were like should have gone way earlier. It's just like, damn. Eagles are especially their defense, man. Their defense is going to be crazy this year.
Yeah, their defense this year is going. I mean, it's probably going to be even better than it was last year because they got more pieces to rotate in the pass rush. They're developing the secondary, like cornerbacks locked down for the cornerbacks locked down. The D lines locked down. Yeah. Defense is crazy. Defense is crazy. Who did Tampa Bay pick?
We got a tackle. We got a tackle.
Okay.
We got what we normally, we Bucks always for the past I don't even know how many years have always been either offensive line or defensive line first round.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Building in the trench. That's what Philly does. That's what Philly does. You got to build from the trenches. You got to
Yeah,
build inside
we need
out.
it, but especially because Tom Brady last year was getting sacked a lot, man. He was getting pressured a lot, sacked a lot. So yeah, we kind of need the line. Our line did get banged up a little bit, so that's probably why we were running on our backup. So I'm not mad at the pickup, of course.
Actually, I think Tampa's really smart for not like trying to chase a quarterback because they're going to build up the offensive line. They're going to see what they have in Trask this year, and if that doesn't work out, then next year they'll probably go after a quarterback in free agency or the draft or something. But I think they're making a smart move right now for next year.
Yeah. Same. I think they're just we're back in the rebuilding stage. We just gotta slowly make our way back up. And offensive line isn't a bad start. It's not a bad start because your quarterback needs protection. Don't matter who your quarterback is, they need protection. So I'm not mad at that. But
Yeah, I think if the Bucks play it right, they're not in for a super long rebuild either. I think it might just be
mhm.
one or 2 years.
Yeah, because we still got the guys. I mean, Devin White requested a trade, so I think after this year, Devin White's gone, so that's going to be a big hit. But we could be able to fill that with the draft next year. But I mean, I don't think we're looking bad. I don't think we're going to be as bad as we were before we got Tom. I don't think we're going to be that bad. We might squeak out the playoffs. I don't know because the Panthers look a little scary now too. So I don't know. I don't know if we might
I
squeak
was
a
going to say the
playoff,
Panthers,
but I'm not sure.
and now the Saints too, bro. The Saints with a competent quarterback is going to be pretty scary. New Orleans and Carolina are going to be scared next year. And dude, the Falcons they're getting something together, man.
Mm-hmm.
They got number one running back now, the quarterback of the future, Kyle Pitts. They're getting it going. They're a little farther away from the other three teams, but they got some key pieces, man. The Falcons are going to be scary the next couple of years.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of the teams that were once, or a few teams that we kind of expected to be bad, they're actually going to be really good this year. So it's going to be weird seeing these teams that have been bad for years and years, and we're kind of expecting them to be bad, but they're going to do really good this year, or they should do really good this year. Like the Panthers should
Yeah, yeah.
make their way up there, and the
I feel
Lions
like
too.
I feel like the Lions are gonna pop this year. The Jets are gonna pop this year. The I'm thinking Lions. I'm thinking Jets. What was the other team you just said? Because
Panthers.
I like the Panthers. I don't know if the Panthers are going to pop like crazy because I mean they got a lot of new pieces, but they don't have like they're not like the Saints where that squad's been together for years and years and years. They're new guys that just got together. They're going to need like a year or two to
Hmm.
get some to coincide together. But I think the Panthers after this year might be a slower year, but next year, especially when they add some more pieces, I think the Panthers could be in the Super Bowl conversation by next year.
So who do you think? Who do you think is did the best in the draft?
Honestly, it's I mean it's I mean not to be a home player or anything, but it's got to be Philly.
Yeah, I agree.
Philadelphia killed Philadelphia killed it. I mean, a lot of people were talking about Bijan Robinson going to Philly at 10, but it's like as soon as he left the board, Jalen Carter was like it was Jalen Carter or it was a bust. That was the perfect draft pick, and then getting dang I forget his name, but getting the linebacker at dude that guy is a top 10 talent for sure. Getting him at 30
Hmm.
is insane, and then the trade for DeAndre Swift was just overkill. That was just overkill for a fourth. The Eagles definitely 100% killed it in the draft. Um, I'm trying to think of another team that really. Um, I mean, honestly, I know running back isn't. I know running back like the Falcons have a lot of other needs other than running back, but the Bijan Robinson pick for me, at least for that particular team, is really good because he's a generational talent and they already have like massive key pieces on that offense. They have Kyle Pitts, they have Bijan Robinson. So even if they don't have like the greatest offensive line, they're gonna have explosive plays all over the field. They're gonna have a really good offense this year. And I don't know. I like to be I'm higher on the Bijan Robinson pick for the Falcons in particular more than everybody else is. So I like the Falcons. I think the Panthers. I think the Panthers obviously killed it with their pick. The Texans. Okay, that's the team. The Texans. The Texans are the team that probably kill. If we're talking about another team that really killed it almost as much as the Eagles, them getting C.J. Stroud and then getting what's his name? Uh, they traded up to number 3, I think, and they got what
Oh
was it, the
yeah, yeah,
pass
yeah.
rusher?
The linebacker or pass rusher from Alabama.
Yes, I think what is it? Will something
Will
Anderson?
Anderson. Will Anderson.
So, yeah. Getting him at number 3, Stroud at number 2, like they literally got foundation pieces on both sides of the ball in back-to-back picks. Like both of those
Hmm.
guys are going to be there for the next 5 years, being consistent starters. So I think Philly and Houston, to me, are the two that stick out to me. They killed it.
Yeah, I definitely think Philadelphia killed it for sure, man. We. It's funny because we were talking about how they lost a lot of defensive players, so we were thinking like they were gonna struggle defensively. Nah, they killed that. They killed that real quick with this draft. Yeah, the Philly, I could easily see them making the Super Bowl again this year, easily.
Oh yeah, especially dude. Rodgers is out of the conference. Rodgers is gone.
Hmm.
Um, a lot of the other teams in the conference got way worse. I mean, honestly, I think the only conference that got significantly better this year was the NFC, or as far as the NFC is the NFC South. I think the Panthers are a lot better than they were. The Saints are a lot better than they were. The Bucks, obviously, without Tom and losing a couple pieces, are going to take a step back. But I think the Falcons are making some good moves. I think the division as a whole has really taken a step up this year. But I still don't think the division is going to be able to compete with the NFC East. So, and the NFC
Hmm.
East, if you look at the teams in the NFC East, Philly is still on top of everybody. So, I mean, I think you're right, man. I think Philly has an easier path to the Super Bowl this year than they did last year.
Yep, and a better team in my opinion. I think they have a better team now than they did last year. But
All around, all around for sure.
yeah, all around definitely in my eyes for sure.
Who do you think? Who do you think kind of dropped the ball a little bit? Like who do you think could have
Uh,
who could have did?
who do I think dropped the ball? I don't really like. Okay, so the only pick that I was really like, what the hell was Anthony Richardson going at what did he go fourth to Indianapolis?
Yeah, it's the Colts. So the
That
Colts, yeah,
Yeah, that was a little. I don't know how I feel about that because honestly, Anthony Richardson wasn't gonna go the first round. Like I don't know. I think they. I don't know. I don't know. I just didn't really understand picking Anthony Richardson that early. I get it. Maybe they see what Lamar Jackson and what Jalen Hurts were able to do, and then they're like, okay, well we got a guy with similar coming to the draft with that was similar stock as them when they came to the draft. So then maybe they're looking at him
yeah.
like them, kind of. So I don't know.
I just think I just think the Colts have had like really old white quarterback 1 year quarterbacks for the past 3 years. And
Hmm.
they're like, all right, this shit ain't working. We gonna go the complete opposite direction. Where instead of getting like a 40-plus-year-old Philip Rivers and then a Carson Wentz and then whoever they got before that, instead of Matt Ryan, instead of doing all that, we are gonna get a young athletic freak
Someone they
from
could build and
college.
mold.
Yeah, they're like, we tried this shit 3 years in a row. It didn't work. We're going the opposite direction. We're gonna develop this young Lamar Jackson cat over here.
Hmm.
I think that they could have traded back and got him
Yeah, I feel like
probably.
that's what I was thinking. I was like, I think they could have got someone more like better, and then maybe traded up to try to get him like later on. Because I don't think Anthony Richardson even goes in the first round, especially if Will Levis didn't go in the first round. I don't think Anthony Richardson goes in the first round. But I don't know. I
I
just
don't
think
know
that they
because I
could
think
have traded up to get him if they really wanted him that bad.
I don't know. I feel like Anthony Richardson is a little bit. It's a little bit different. I feel like teams are more willing to take a chance on him in the first round because
Hmm.
he's an undeniable. Like you turn the tape on and it's literally Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, like same shit.
Hmm.
So I feel like teams are more willing to take a flyer on a guy like that in the first round. Um, and like I said, like I think the Colts see him as like their opportunity to get a freak, to get like a Lamar
Hmm.
Jackson, a Cam Newton, and I feel like they're to them there's it's like we're probably not going to come across a guy like this again in a long time,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of there's a couple of there was a couple of probably if they didn't take him, there's probably a couple teams like couple QB needy teams that probably would have taken a chance on him. Like Tampa Bay probably would have pulled the trigger on that. Uh, if he where did Tampa pick?
Oh, we were 19th, so we were a little ways away.
Oh yeah, yeah. Tampa might have taken a shot if he fell that far. Tampa might have taken a shot at him. I think there's a couple teams that might have taken a shot at him. So I think the Colts. I mean, if they really wanted him that bad, I think they probably made the right decision. But
Hmm.
they probably could have traded back a couple spots at least and got some draft capital and then still picked him.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, well, they must be super high on this guy if they're just gonna take him fourth overall. But I mean, it is what it is. They're just willing to take a huge gamble on this guy. I think they're looking at Lamar and Jalen Hurts and seeing the success that they're having in the league, and they're just like, all right, well, this guy's very similar but bigger and very very athletic for his size. So let's just pull the trigger on him, and he's gonna probably be like a little project that they work on, teach him how to be smarter with the ball and more accurate with shorter range. So I could see it. I was just surprised that he went fourth. I was just surprised. I think that was the
I
only
what I
draft pick
really
where I was like, "Holy crap!" That I was not expecting that.
I definitely don't think he's going to start this year because I mean he's a little bit rawer than the other guys anyways. I mean, but even if he wasn't, he's a completely like the Colts haven't had a quarterback like him since Andrew Luck. Like they're gonna have to change their system completely. So I feel like he's probably gonna have to sit this year, and they're probably gonna have to like build a system around him as they develop him. So we probably won't see him this year just because he's so different. Like they're gonna have to change a lot to implement him into the offense. I think
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be a completely different offense than what they've had the past couple of years. They've just had old pocket passers the past 3 years. So the offense with Richardson behind it is going to look a lot different.
Yeah, I think so. They're definitely gonna have to change their offense a whole lot to, accommodate for his style of play. But I don't know. Overall, I think it's good. It's a gamble. It's a gamble for sure. But I'm not mad at it just because it's not like you were a Super Bowl contending team. You were one of the worst teams in the league, so you can afford to kind of gamble a little bit, I guess.
Yeah,
It's not gonna
and
hurt you
plus,
too bad.
from their perspective, they probably a lot of people said the same thing about Lamar Jackson. Well, Lamar Jackson actually went like 30, like he went late. But a lot of people were like, Lamar Jackson doesn't deserve to be a first round pick. Like he can't throw the football. Like they're probably taking that into account too. Like, you know what?
Hmm.
Everybody said the same shit about Lamar, and he came out and won the freaking MVP. So we should take a chance on this kid.
Anything else? Anything? Do you have? Oh, and the draft. Okay, so there's a few things from the draft. So our boy Anthony Kendall did not get drafted, unfortunately. He didn't
That's
get
all right.
drafted, but I saw he was invited to a rookie mini camp for the Jets. I saw
Nice.
I saw he already went to one for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I saw he got invited to one for the Jets. So hopefully good luck to him. Hopefully he does well and he can maybe come in on the practice squad and try to earn his stripes. So wish him the best of luck.
I was just gonna say he's an athletic freak. I think he'll find his way.
Yeah, yeah, very, very athletic, man. They showed him doing a 360 in between the legs dunk on I forget what site, but they were just showing his athleticism. Crazy as
Hey, do
hell.
you remember when we were kids? He had them crazy abs when he was like
Mhm.
6. He looked like a monster already when he was a kid.
Mhm.
But
Yep.
who was next? Who are we talking about next?
Next, someone I actually played against. He played on Wesley Chapel. We played against him.
Oh,
Isaiah Bolden. He was the only player from an HBCU to get drafted. So it was pretty cool to see him. He came out of Jackson State. He played over there when Deion Sanders was over there. He was playing under Deion
oh,
Sanders at Jackson State, and he is a cornerback too. So he probably got a lot of pointers from Deion. And yeah, I remember. I'm not sure what happened to him, how he ended up at Jackson State. I remember he was committed to either Florida State or Oregon. He was committed to one of those, but he ended up at Jackson State playing under Deion Sanders, and now he became the only player from an HBCU to get drafted. So it's nice to see people from like the area, that we played against and things like that, doing really really well for themselves. It's pretty cool to see.
yeah, that is super sick. That is super sick. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy how like as soon as Dion got there, like he took a couple number one recruits away
Hmm.
from a couple teams like Jack like that. Yeah, that was insane, man. It's really cool to see guys like you said, to see guys that we grew up with making some noise, man. Like Anthony, like it's definitely sick, man.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And
Definitely
have
sick.
you been keeping up with what's been going on? How did you feel? Okay, so I know there's a lot of people that are either one way or another. How do you feel about Deion Sanders leaving Jackson State and going to Colorado to coach at Colorado?
I mean, to each his own, man. If that's what he feels his heart, if that's what he feels in his heart to do, man, congratulations to him. But honestly, like I don't know. I have kind of mixed feelings about it because I think he had a really, really, really good thing going at Jackson State. Like we've never seen. I mean, we have before. There's what's that team of the F out of the FCS, the Bisons, whatever. They're
Oh,
undefeated in the other
the
one,
North
but
Dakota State.
yeah, North Dakota State. Yeah, North Dakota State. Like other than North Dakota State, we haven't really seen like a team outside of the just outside of the main scope of college football get this much coverage
Hmm.
and this much shine. And the players are getting this much like just just coverage, man. We've never seen it. Like he brought to like that school was completely unknown until he showed up there. So it's crazy how much like I don't know. I like the dynamic he had there. Like for the first time ever, we seen like number one recruits, top recruits, not going to like Alabama, Georgia. They were taking their opportunities to a place like a historically black college like Jackson State because it's just for a different opportunity to have the opportunity to learn from Deion Sanders and I don't know. I think he did a lot for that school. And I don't know. I kind of wish he would have stayed, but I get it. He's furthering his career. He's doing what's best for him.
Yeah, he's doing what's best for him. He also came out and kind of exposed them a little bit. They were screwing him over a little bit. So I can understand. I mean, and at the end of the day, if you're working one job and then another job doing the same thing, you could do the same thing. They offer you way more money and you get more opportunity. Why wouldn't you take that? I mean, at the end of the day, he's going what he thinks is best for him. So I like what he's doing over there at Colorado too. He's it's not like he's going to like a Georgia or something that an already established team.
How did they screw him over? I had no clue about that situation.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
what
think
happened
I don't remember
at Jackson
exactly.
State?
I don't remember exactly what was happening. I just remember they were like offering him like maybe a certain amount of money for because I think they offered him a certain amount of money if he were to sell out the stadium, and he sold it out for every single game, and then they lowballed him, and it was a bunch of stuff. I don't remember exactly, but it was a bunch of stuff that they were just kind of screwing him over with, and he was kind of just taking it on the chin. No one really knew about it, and he was just rolling with it. And then he got the opportunity for Colorado, which is a 1-11 team. So it's not like he's starting with some
Yeah,
crazy good team. He's basically got to start all over. He's going to a 1-11 team. So now they're just
that's
rebuilding over
wild.
there. Yeah.
That's wild. You would think Jackson State, because like he literally they were nothing until he got there.
Hmm.
Like he turned them into like everybody's talking about Jackson State. Dude, I didn't even know they existed before Deion Sanders got there. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like you would think they'd be treating him like a goddamn like god. Like dude,
Yeah.
whatever you want. Dude, how much money do you want? What do you like? Whatever you do, just stay here, man. Just stay here. We'll give you whatever. Like you think they'd be on it,
Hmm.
but shoot,
Yeah,
it's
and I
crazy,
think
man. Like after every,
I, I think it was also too that the football program after he went there, the football program was generating them so much money, millions of dollars, and instead of
yeah,
them putting it back towards the football program, they were putting the money towards everything else instead of the football program. So Dion's like, we're making you all this money and you're putting it towards everything else but the football program. But what is making you this money? So I think it was a
yeah.
combination of a bunch of things that
They're
made him just decide that he's
they're
going to go
basically they're
elsewhere.
basically I get so they're basically using Dion and the football team to fund the school.
Yeah.
They're just using him.
Hmm. Yeah.
Basically. Okay. Okay, I get it now. I get it now. I would have left too. Yeah. I would have left too.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, at the end of the day, it is just a job, and he got offered a better job for a way higher salary and better equipment, better everything, better atmosphere, better equipment, better everything for his kids that are players too. So why not? Everything is a plus. Literally everything going to Colorado is a plus. And it's not like I said before, it's not like he's going to some crazy good team. He's going to a team that he's going to have to build up anyways. So, and so far they're doing that. So far it was looking, people were getting nervous for them because I think they broke the record for how many kids entered the transfer portal. So people started,
Yeah, dude, like
people started freaking out, but it's like kids are entering the transfer portal from a 1-11 team. What do you expect?
yeah.
Like he's getting rid of
Yeah,
all the bad players.
Yeah, I mean, man, congratulations, Jackson State. You played yourself, man. You lose Dion. Not only do you lose Dion, but you lose all your top recruits. You're gonna lose. I mean, nobody's gonna give a shit about the football program anymore.
Hmm.
Like you, all that's gone. Like,
And all their best players are going to Colorado too with Dion. All of them are leaving. They're
yeah,
all going to
yeah.
Colorado.
You lose, you lose Dion. You lose all the players, and man, yeah, yeah, really stupid, really
Hmm.
stupid.
So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, I'm sure all eyes are going to be on them. I watched their spring game. They had a really good spring game, man. Travis,
You think Shakir's gonna start at QB
Shador.
or
Yeah,
Shador? Sorry, I
yeah,
said
yeah,
same
yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah. He's definitely starting. And Travis Hunter, man, Travis Hunter's the real deal. Travis Hunter is the real deal. That guy can play both
He can
offense
play?
and defense.
That's the guy who plays offense and defense, right?
Yeah, crazy athleticism, crazy. That guy's the real deal.
I've been seeing his highlights for a couple of years now. Yeah, since
Hmm.
since high school.
It was funny.
Yeah, that kid's
I was watching their YouTube channel. It's run by one of Dion Jr., one of Dion's son. Um, I think it's called Well Off Media or Well Off something. They put out some really good content, man, and it was funny because the I think the cornerbacks were messing up in practice a lot. They were making a lot of mistakes.
yeah.
And Travis Hunter, so far this spring, he's been playing wide receiver. He hasn't even taken a single rep all spring at cornerback. All reps at wide receiver in the offense. And Dion just goes, Travis, take a rep at cornerback. Show him how it's done. And Travis just plays perfect fucking defense, locks the dude up. And it's just like, see, like this dude hasn't gotten a single rep at defense. And he just comes in and locks a fucking D1 wide receiver up. It's crazy.
Hey man, some guys are just built different, man.
Yeah.
Guys are just different.
Yeah, he's the real
Yeah,
deal, man.
that kid's a talent from God, man. That kid is really, really, really good. He remind like I've been watching his highlights since high school. He kind of reminds me of like Allen Iverson. Like I feel like he could have went pro in anything, like
Hmm.
basketball, he probably could do whatever he wanted,
Yeah,
man.
he's really good at basketball too. I was watching him. I saw some stuff of him playing basketball. He's really good at basketball too. He probably could have made it in basketball if he wanted to, honestly. I mean, I'm sure he just focused on football though because he loves football. But if he loved basketball more and he focused more on basketball, I'm pretty sure he could make it to the NBA also. That dude's athletic as
He's
hell.
he, he's physically gifted enough that he would have made it to the highest level and whatever he wanted. He
Hmm.
would have made it to the highest level.
Yep. I think the only thing everyone's knocking him for is his size because he's super skinny. But look at Devontae Smith. Like, Devontae Smith is one of the top wide receivers in the league now. And they're like the same
Honestly,
build.
honestly, dude, Devontae Smith low key is the best receiver on Philadelphia.
Hmm.
They just feed AJ Brown. Like they
Yep.
game plan for AJ Brown and they feed him so much. But like man, like there's tape. There's tape like you can watch like there's so many people that post tape of like Devontae Smith and they break it down. Dude, he is always open. He's never
Hmm.
not open. He just doesn't get the ball because, AJ Brown. AJ Brown's there.
Yep.
But
And when he needs to, he makes some great catches when he needs to, man. That guy,
did you
he's
see that Washington game?
crazy. Yeah. He's crazy, man. In my opinion, definitely an underrated receiver in the league because I think he's one of the best.
I think in 2-3 years from now we'll be talking about him as top three. He as the
Hmm.
top three receiver,
In
top
a,
two, top three receiver.
in a way, he kind of reminds me of like DeAndre Hopkins. Back when DeAndre Hopkins was like very, very underrated but he was making like crazy play after crazy play. He kind of reminds me of
Yeah,
that.
he reminds me of kind of like a little bit of D Hop and a little bit of Odell, to where he's got the super quick, smooth feet, like crisp routes and shit. But
Hmm.
like he could go up and like he reminds me kind of like a little bit of both of them.
How do you think he's gonna do in Baltimore now with Lamar?
Um,
Do you think
I
he's really gonna
really
make
don't.
that much of an impact?
I really don't know. This is like the one place that he possibly could have gone that makes it like completely uncertain about how he's gonna do, because number one, the injury, right? So we don't know how he's gonna look anyways. But it doesn't help that he's going to the offense that he's going to. That is a completely like run centric, hard nosed offense, and obviously, that's probably why they went for Odell. Like they don't need him to do everything. They don't need him to be a number one receiver. Lamar's going to do his thing. The run game's going to do his thing. They just need him to make a big play. They just need him to be like the big play guy that they didn't have before. But I don't know. Like in that particular offense, with that particular quarterback, coming off of the injury that he had, having not played football in almost 2 years, I don't know. It's going to be impossible to tell how he's going to do. I have no idea.
Yeah,
What do you think?
I'm very interested to see. I'm just interested to see how he looks out there, because not only is he coming off of that serious ass injury, and it's been a long time, but he gained a lot of weight. He's a lot bigger now, because I'm sure he wants to get bigger to be able to absorb more hits easily. But with that injury, how is he gonna move?
He posts highlight videos, but like how you can edit them to where the camera shakes every time you do like a cut, or you know how they edit them now to where you can't really tell how good he looks. Like he posts a lot of highlight videos, but they're highly edited. Like the camera shakes every time he makes a cut, so you can't really tell how good he looks. But he definitely doesn't look as explosive as I'm used to seeing him look. Just going off the highlight videos that he posts. But,
yeah, that's why I'm interested to see what he's gonna look like in pads and live in a game. I mean, I don't really care how he's gonna look, running routes by himself or whatever. I want to see what he's gonna look like live in a game, because he's gained some weight and he's coming off an injury, so it's gonna be taxing on his legs. I wonder if it's gonna be like a clear handicap in his movement, like compared to how he was able to move before.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be, like you said, coming off a torn ACL, hasn't played football in 2 years. He is definitely at least gonna lose a little bit. Like he's not gonna be the OBJ even from the Rams that was in the Super Bowl. I highly doubt he's gonna be as good or better than he was before. My question is, is he going to be even close to as he was, or is he going to be a shell of himself? Is he still going to be like good? He's not going to be prime Odell, but he's still going to be good, or is he just going to be like a shell? I don't know, man. Like knee injuries like that, and it's not like it's an Adrian Peterson situation to where like Adrian Peterson tore his ACL and then he came back next year and freaking won the MVP. Like Odell's been out for a while, and we haven't seen him play football in a while. Like, I don't want to be negative, but I honestly, and especially in the offense that he's going to, I don't see him being super, super, super overly successful this year. Like, I can see him making some plays here and there. He'll definitely make a wow play here and there, and he'll get some mild stats if they use him. But like, I don't see him going off or anything. I don't think he's gonna have a great year.
Yeah, we'll see. I think he's just gonna be the guy that they go to every now and then, maybe on like third down or something like that.
Yeah, he's gonna be their Quez Watkins. He's gonna be the guy that gets a big play every now and then for them. Like they're desperate. It's third and long, and boom, chuck it up to Odell.
Yeah, that's what I think also. All right, so something else I saw today, which I thought was very, very interesting along the lines of sports. So a company, I didn't even know this. I don't even know how this is legal. I don't even know how this is possible. A company in China bought IMG Academy for $1.25 billion. So I don't understand how someone in China can own a school in America. I don't know how that's even possible or allowed. Doesn't that seem a little weird to you?
I guess if you have enough money, anything's possible.
I just think it's weird, man. Like, what if this is all China's plot? What if they just buy all of the American schools and then shut them all down? I just think it's weird that it's some Chinese company.
Yeah, this is the first step in destroying America from the inside out.
Yeah, and they're going after literally the number one school in Florida. One of the probably the number two school in the entire country. Like, they I don't know. I just thought that was crazy to me, man. I'm just like, how is this legal? How is this allowed?
You know, he's probably like, if anybody from China transfers to America, you go to that school. This is the school everybody goes to. Like, watch, a bunch of Chinese people are just going to start randomly showing up at that school.
Yeah. Yeah, the school is just
There's a
going to
bunch
be
of
full
random
of Chinese kids.
Yep. No, he bought the school, and now there's going to be Chinese writing all on the wall. There's going to be like a Chinese class. Like, everybody's going to have to learn Chinese. It's going to be like a mandatory elective.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't even know how that's possible, man. Like, how? But I don't know. I just wonder if it's gonna have any effects on IMG. I think that's good. That'll be the interesting thing coming up whenever they. I don't know. They probably sign a contract of a certain amount of years or something for them to take over. So I wonder when they take over. I wonder if there's gonna be any like significant changes.
Yeah, like how would that even work? Like for example, like the UFC bought WWE, right? But the WWE ain't gonna change. Like the WWE is gonna be exactly the same. They're just they're co promoting and you know, obviously the UFC is gonna get some of that some of that WWE money. But like the WWE don't change though. Like is it gonna be like okay, I bought the school and now I'm making money off of the school, but I'm just gonna let the school run itself, or I'm changing everything. America's schools suck, and I'm gonna run it my way. I'm gonna try a new way. Like, yeah, I'm curious.
The UFC card this weekend doesn't look too bad now. They did scramble and set some stuff up last minute, and we got some decent matchups now. So
I haven't been checking on it. Who do we got now?
Yeah, they changed up a whole lot. I'll just go over the main card. So
Okay, cool.
To kick off the main card, Chrome Gracie finally makes his return back. I don't think he's fought in a while. He maybe fought after the Cub Swanson fight, but the last time I remember seeing Chrome Gracie fight was against Cub Swanson. However many years ago that was.
I haven't seen Cub Swanson fight in a minute. Yeah, that had to have been a while ago.
Yeah, I think that was Chrome Gracie's last fight, but I'm not sure.
Who's he fighting?
He's fighting Charles Jourdain. That guy's he's pretty good. I've seen him fight a few times, so it's a good opponent for Chrome Gracie. I just think Chrome Gracie's gonna submit his ass.
Yeah, anytime you hear Gracie, man, you gotta be careful about yeah.
And then they got Bryce Mitchell, an opponent. He's fighting Movsar Evelev. This guy, Evelev, is 16-0, undefeated. So I think that's a good matchup between two up-and-comers.
Yeah, that's 16-0. That is very fucking hard to do, man. That guy, that's an animal right there. So I to see that one. What do you know? What his kind of style is?
No,
I'm not too familiar with him.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with him either. He's a Russian fighter, so he comes from a wrestling background.
Oh, got you.
He's another one of those Russians coming over with that wrestling style. So
yeah, man, those guys are coming.
Yeah, it should be pretty interesting to see how well he does against Bryce Mitchell, because Bryce Mitchell's primarily jiu-jitsu fighter, right? With that twister.
Jiu-jitsu. Crazy. Yeah, like imagine being a UFC fighter and somebody lands a twister on you, dude. You should just quit. You should just give up, dude. That's crazy.
I know, it's gotta be weird. You gotta and he landed it twice in a row too, I think. I know he's gotten it twice in the UFC. Crazy.
How are you a UFC? Oh man, I don't know.
Yeah,
and that guy, he must not have had the best jiu-jitsu.
For anyone who doesn't know, the twister is probably one of the hardest submissions to get, because it's so hard to even get, because like someone has to your opponent has to almost like give it to you for you to get it. It is so hard to get.
I
But
feel like your opponent almost has to like not know what they're doing
yeah.
for you to just like I've landed a twister. I've landed twisters a handful of times in my entire life and never against anybody with like real experience.
Yeah, no, because you
Like
if to get caught in the twister, you got to be doing something you're not supposed to be doing in a fight.
yeah, dude, like you gotta let the guy take your back, hook one leg, then you gotta let him pass you over to the other side, run his entire body under your arm, wrap around your head. Like how are you gonna let somebody do all that
Yeah,
to
there's
you?
so many steps to it. But Bryce Mitchell's got two of them. I'm pretty sure two of them, and I think they were in back to back in a row. So I
Wow.
don't know. I think that'll be interesting, especially if Movsar is a wrestler. It'll be interesting to see him try to wrestle Bryce Mitchell and see how Bryce Mitchell does. All right, but next is
Yeah,
Jessica Andrade. She's fighting
ooh,
Yan Xiaonan. Yan Xiaonan, an up and comer. I'm pretty sure she's the Chinese fighter, up and comer. And I've seen you.
Chinese are coming up,
Yeah, the Chinese, especially in the women's. The women's Chinese
dude.
fighters are here, man. They're taking over for
Dude,
sure.
China and Mexico, bro, they're coming up.
Yeah, yeah, they're starting to take over. Yan Xiaonan, I've seen Yan fight a few times. I don't remember her opponents, but I've seen her. I've seen her a few times. She's really good, really well rounded. And then Jessica Andrade, of course, always dangerous. She's got that power.
Um, yeah, Jessica Andrade, her resume speaks for itself for sure.
All right, but this
Who you
is the
got in that
one.
one?
I don't know. I think Yan Xiaonan will beat her. I think Jessica
Gotcha.
Andrade is a very winnable fight. But I don't know. I don't know. It could,
Yeah,
that fight is kind of 50-50. It could go either way.
yeah, Jessica Andrade's always got a chance.
hmm
Always
Next
something
fight
crazy.
is a fight they pulled together like a week ago. Not probably not even a week ago. It's crazy. Bilal Muhammad. I thought they were setting up Bilal Muhammad with Shavkat Rakhmonov, but he's fighting Gilbert Burns in the co-main event.
He's
Gil-
gonna he's gonna get fucking killed.
Gilbert Burns literally is going to be his second fight in 3 weeks because Gilbert Burns
Dude,
just finished that fight.
Gilbert Burns is gonna beat the shit out of that guy.
Yeah, because remember, Gilbert Burns just
This
dominated
is
Masvidal. Now he's turning around 3 weeks after fighting Bilal Muhammad. Crazy.
man, I like I like Bilal. I like his his personality. His fighting style is not super exciting, but like he's really technical, and I can see how he's as good as he is. I can see
hmm
where he is, but dude, Gilbert Burns is different. He ain't beating that
Yeah,
fucking guy.
yeah. I think Gilbert's gonna kill him, man. I think Gilbert's gonna be too big for him, too strong for him, and Gilbert has the power on the feet. I just think Gilbert's gonna hurt him.
Yeah, Gilbert like Gilbert is the complete like Gilbert has all the speed and explosiveness in the world, and Bilal has like none of that. He just like he's
hmm
really smart. He's got really good ring generalship. He knows how to control the fight. He knows when to clinch up, when to tire you out, take you down. Like he's really good at controlling the fight. But like I don't know how he's going to be able to control Gilbert Burns. Like he has so much more speed, more explosiveness. He's going to be able to get in, get out quick. I mean, unless Bilal gets a hold of him, presses him against the cage, and really just grinds him out from there. But I mean, he's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt too, and he like Kamaru Usman couldn't just put him against the cage.
hmm
Like I don't know. I don't know what Bilal's gonna be able to do to them. Do to
Yeah,
him, to be
Gilbert's
honest.
strong. Gilbert's very, very strong. So I don't think Bilal Muhammad's gonna be able to do what he's done with previous fighters to Gilbert. I don't think Gilbert's gonna have none of that shit. But we'll see. This is a
Man,
good
look,
fight.
honestly, I could be wrong, but this would be like the one fight. Like I've never bet money on a fight. I would bet money on this fight.
Yeah,
I'd bet on um
Gilbert.
Gilbert for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I lean towards Gilbert. I mean, of course, Bilal Muhammad could still get it done. He's still a high level fighter. He hasn't fought the competition. The only fighter of that type of competition he's fought is Leon Edwards, and he was getting destroyed by Leon. So,
Yeah,
uh,
like he was getting destroyed by Leon, and he's gotten fucked up by somebody else too. I can't remember his name, but he got fucked up by somebody that wasn't even. I mean, I think he won the fight, but he got fucked up, dude. Like that, somebody that's not even. even close to even Leon's. Like, I don't even know how Leon would do
Gilbert.
against Gilbert
I
Burns. Let
know
me
that's
fucking
the
watch.
winner of this. Forget Colby Covington, man. The winner of Bilal Muhammad and Gilbert Burns should be fighting for a title. That's it. Period.
Yes, yes,
And
please,
Colby should fight
please.
the fucking the loser or something. Colby needs to fight somebody, man. You can't just give him a shot.
I'm really, 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 really shocked that the UFC is just like throwing him into a title fight after the whole like I have brain damage. I have brain damage. Like
Hmm.
do they not? I mean, obviously they probably talked to Colby, but like I mean, like we don't know how grimy Colby really is. Like if they throw him in there and he gets knocked out, he might like turn around and the UFC let me fight with brain damage. I'm gonna sue. You know what I mean? Like he seems like the type of person that would do that.
Yeah, it's hard. And now at this point, it's kind of hard to tell how much of it is an act and how much of it is real. Because I've heard a lot of other people say outside of the UFC and outside of the ring, he's an asshole and he's actually like that. So yeah, I don't know how much of it is an actual act anymore. I don't really know. I mean, of course, I'm sure some of it is an act, but I don't know. I don't know like what percentage of it is an act and what percentage is him his real self. He's just a natural asshole, you know?
Yeah, I'm 100% behind you on that, dude. Fuck the Kobe Covington fight, dude. I want to see the winner of Bilal and Gilbert get that shot.
Yeah, because they've earned it, man. Especially if Gilbert wins. He's earned that shit. Gilbert fought twice in 3 weeks. He's earned that shit.
Dude, dude, Gilbert has been fucking everybody up, dude.
Mm-hmm.
He's been fucking everybody up. Like, he deserves the shot, man. Like, I know he lost to Kamaru Usman, but that was a close fight for as long as it lasted. And, dude, he almost knocked out Usman, too. Like, he dropped Usman, too. Like, that was a really, really close fight. I feel like they fight again. It could go a separate way. I really want to see Gilbert Burns get another
Mm-hmm.
shot.
Oh, and real quick, before we get to the main event, I did see Kamaru Usman called out Hamzat Chimaev. Now that's a fight right there. That's a fight I want to see.
Is very, very, very interesting.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. Usman and Hamzat Chimaev. That would be a very interesting fight.
That's a smart move for Kamaru too, because if he wins that fight, that throws him right back into title contention.
Yep.
Like he beats Chimaev, he's fighting for a title the next day, like immediately.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion. Well, that's smart, and he could do it. I think he could win that fight. Now, I don't think. I'm not saying he will, but I think he definitely could. That's an interesting fight. How do you see that one?
I think it's a
I'm
winnable
curious
fight
to
for
hear
both guys. I wonder how Hamzat's wrestling is going to stack up with Usman's, and if Hamzat can take it for 5 rounds, because Hamzat tired out in less than 2 against Gilbert. So I wonder how he'll be able to withstand. I wonder if that fight, they should make it a main event of like a fight night, or at least like a. I don't think so. They're gonna put that shit on a pay-per-view. They're probably gonna make it like a co-main event of a pay-per-view. So it's probably gonna be 3 rounds. So I just wonder, man. Usman hasn't fought a 3-round fight in a long time, so he's gonna have that durability and that gas tank for all 3 rounds. I wonder if Hamzat's gonna be able to handle it.
Hamzat will definitely have the veracity, but the cardio for 3 rounds, especially because if it is a 3-round fight, Usman will probably be pressing the pace. But I mean,
Yep.
Hamzat will too, but Usman has way better cardio, like you said. So.
Mm-hmm. But Hamzat has and both guys got power on the feet. Both guys got knockout power on the feet. Not the best striking, but they both definitely got knockout power. So I think it's interesting, man. I think it's a very even fight, that one. Very similar styles.
They're so similar.
Mm-hmm.
They're so similar.
Very similar styles, and both very strong guys.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I would love that matchup.
Very strong wrestlers, very strong against the cage. Both have power. It honestly might come down to who can secure a takedown first. Like, because Hamzat obviously he's gonna be more pressing the action for the takedown, I think. Like Kamaru's not gonna be as willing to shoot for takedowns or press against the cage. So we
Mm.
might be we're probably gonna see Usman against the cage first. So I feel like Hamzat will press. He's obviously gonna press the action more for
Mm-hmm.
takedown. So I think we'll see Usman on the defense, and that might get interesting because if Usman can just hang out for a little while and tire him out, then that might work against him. Like that might give Usman the upper hand in the later
Yep.
rounds.
So I'm thinking it's either going to be a big time wrestling match or it's going to be like Kamaru Colby Covington 1. It's just going to be two wrestlers just deciding to strike the whole time.
I
Either
think I
way,
think
it'll be a good
I think
fight.
honestly, it might go how the Gilbert Burns fight went.
Mm-hmm.
I can see it going like that too. I can see them just freaking going crazy, just
Mm-hmm.
just throwing leather. I can see that.
Yep, that'll be a really. I hope they make that fight. That'll be a good one. All right, but now the main event for this weekend: Aljamain Sterling versus Henry Cejudo. You still
Now
liking Henry Cejudo?
has, that has the potential to be a wrestling match from hell. Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely is going to be.
I got Cejudo. Man. I love Aljamain Sterling. I love his style. I love his. Oh, Cejudo's been out for a little while, but I mean, I put him in the same category as John Jones. I don't think it's going to make any difference. I honestly, I think with his mindset, the way he trains, I don't think the time off is going to make any difference for him. I think he's going to be the same as John Jones. And with that in mind, no, Sterling is a world class grappler. Cejudo's probably one of the best grapplers on the planet. Uh, Sterling is not the best striker. Cejudo's definitely got him on that end. He's got
Hmm.
him in wrestling. He's I mean, he's probably definitely got him in fight IQ. His game plan is definitely going to
Hmm.
be more comprehensive, and yeah, I mean, I don't see where Aljo has an advantage except for in the size and reach. That's about it.
Yeah, his length and maybe his jujitsu, but I don't know, man. I would edge jujitsu like overall jujitsu. Like if they had just a grappling match jujitsu, I would edge it to Aljo. But I think that's it, man. But the problem is Henry Cejudo's wrestling is gonna nullify that. Henry Cejudo's wrestling is gonna, you know, cancel that out. So
Henry Cejudo is an Olympic gold medalist. Like, yeah. He's going to be able to
mhm.
nullify the jujitsu for sure. There's not a whole lot. There's not a whole lot that Aljo's going to be able to do. Now, I mean, if Aljo lands a shot and gets him a little hurt and wobbly, he's got super long legs, super long arms. If he can lock something in,
Mhm.
and maybe he can catch Cejudo, like if he lands a lucky, like he lands overhand and rocks him and then catches him with like a guillotine or takes his back or something. I could see Aljo getting something like that, but I mean I feel like he'd have to hurt him. Like he'd have,
Yeah.
because if he just goes for like he's not just gonna submit him. He has to hurt him, tire him out a little bit, and then get, and I feel like he'd be able to get him, but I just don't see that happening, dude.
Mhm.
I don't see
Yep,
that
we
happening.
got a good fight. Regardless of who wins, I'm very interested to see them fight Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley needs to be next. So regardless of who wins, I'm very interested to see if how Sean O'Malley stacks up against them.
I don't think he matches up against either one of them, but I would be 100% excited to see either
Hmm.
one of those fights.
Yeah, I'm sure Sean O'Malley though this whole time, because regardless of who wins, he needs to work on his takedown defense. So I'm sure he's been working on his takedown defense from now all the way up until the fight. Because
Yeah,
regardless
I
of
mean,
who wins,
I,
they're gonna want to take him down.
I think if he gets his takedown defense to a certain level, that he could beat Aljo. But I don't think it's gonna be enough to beat Cejudo. I think he's gonna really gonna have to work the grappling and wrestling for a couple years
Yeah.
to even get close to that.
Yeah, so Hudo might be too strong for him too. So Hudo might just back him up against the fence and just constant pressure up against the fence and constant takedown attempts. That might be the fight between Cejudo and Sean O'Malley
Yeah,
if it happens.
I feel like he'll Khabib him because he has no other choice. He's not going to fight at range
Hmm.
with Sean O'Malley. Um, I can see Aljo. Aljo will start out probably fighting at range with O'Malley, but he's going to be looking for a takedown. But O'Malley, he's got length. He's going to be moving around. He's going to be really really hard to get to. You're going to have to get to him to take him down. But like, and Aljo will have less of a incentive to try to take him down right away because he's longer, so he can keep O'Malley away from him a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Cejudo, dude, Cejudo's a midget. Like if he tries to stay at range with O'Malley, he's gonna get picked apart. So he's got way more of an incentive to immediately press. So I feel like that matchup will be way harder than Aljo.
Yep. Yeah, if you're Sean O'Malley, I mean, Sean O'Malley probably doesn't care because he probably feels like he could be either of these guys. But yeah, I think he definitely favors Sterling. Sterling is definitely the better matchup for him. I think he could knock Sterling out. I don't see him knocking out Henry Cejudo.
I think it's a bad matchup, but I think he could catch Aljo because with his movement, Aljo moves around a lot, too. So it ain't gonna be nothing for Sean. Sean moves in a circle all day long. So if he can move around, really stick to his long and his jabs, his set up his kicks right and keep him at range and keep the takedown defense really tight, I could totally see him knocking out Aljo.
Yep. Interesting thing. Well, we'll see what happens this weekend, and I'm sure the winner will be fighting Sean O'Malley next.
Excited.
All right, that's all I got.
Gonna miss that one.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna miss that one. I'm gonna be at the Leo Code fights.
You're gonna be at which fights?
I'm gonna be at the Leo Code fights this weekend. Edgar and Ralph Jordan, they're fighting.
Oh, okay. Nice. Edgar's fighting this weekend, huh?
Yep, Edgar and Ralph Jordan, they're both fighting.
Is it Edgar's pro debut or is it gonna be his second pro fight?
I think this is his third or fourth. I think he's had a couple fights where he's gonna be Ralph Jordan's pro debut though, I think.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
Damn, nice.
But dude, yeah, I'm gonna be super excited for that one. I'm gonna have to record the pay-per-view or something. But yeah, I'm gonna be at that, dude. Like super sick. I haven't seen Edgar fight since the last time we were at Dominic's fight. That was the last time I saw Edgar fight.
Yeah, where he dominated that kid that they were saying was gonna whoop Edgar's ass.
Yeah, dude, that kid was 7-0, fucking #1 ranked bantamweight in the Southeast United States, and Edgar dominated. Dude, that was sick. I remember that. Dude, that was one of the. Yeah, he's fighting this week. He's fighting this weekend, bro. Super stoked for that one.
Crazy, man. All right, man. That's it for tonight. That's all I got.
Yes, sir. See you guys. Like, subscribe. Thanks for all the love and support. Appreciate it.